People really don't pay any attention to their surroundings, like, at all. I work for a really busy home improvement store in Houston, Texas. So today I am putting out large numbers of boxes of pipe insulation, pipe wrap and faucet covers because we have a winter storm coming through tonight with freezing temperatures. When I say large numbers of boxes, I mean it. I had a giant end cap full of it, just behind the checkout lanes. I was building a display of boxes on the floor in front of it. Both aisles on either side were lined with boxes of these products the entire length of the aisle. Customers were literally coming in, walking up to me and asking, "Where is your pipe insulation? Where are your faucet covers?" etc. I am literally standing next to all this stuff, box knife in my hand, opening box after box for display. Over and over and over, people kept doing this. The sheer effort of keeping my mouth shut, stifling my snark, was actually stressful and tiring me out way more than the labor I was doing. After the 30th or so person, I started thinking I needed to be at least a little frightened for the future of society. Unreal. Men, I work in cosmetics at a popular Canadian drugstore. This guy came speed walking in the other day and stood in front of one of our skincare displays. I walked over to ask him if he needed help, but before I could say anything. Him. Men. Me. I'm sorry, what is it that I can? Him. Do you not have anything for men? Me. We carry a variety of men's products, what in particular? Him. Cologne. I took him over to our massive, directly in front of the door, non-missable, fragrance wall. Me. Here are a few of our best-selling. Him. Giorgio Armani. Me. That's just right over. Him. Acqua di Gio. I handed him a bottle. Me. Is there anything else I can help? Him. No, this is all I needed. So I rang him in and he left. It was only after that I realized how weird, funny the situation was. He came in looking specifically for one cologne and thought the best way to get me to show him where it is was to just yell "men." Tried to explain why we don't do refunds, and accidentally destroyed an old couple's argument. Happened weeks ago, but I'm still thinking about it, so maybe it's worth publishing. I'll try to keep it brief. A couple went through the till without trying any of their clothing on. Minutes after, they came back in after apparently trying it on in their car, complaining nothing fit them and demanded a refund. Naturally, when they got pissed that we are exchange only, the cashier redirected them to me, the supervisor. I told them that since the transaction happened minutes ago, I could do a refund, but then explained, this is something I do, but it's not a company policy. How much was your item? It was the whole $35 transaction. The reason we don't do refunds is because as a thrift store, we wouldn't make any money, because people would just return their stuff once they're done with it, so it's exchange only. I told them this, and that this was a lot of money to give back, so this is the only time I'll do it for them. The couple immediately laughed and told me $35 is not a lot of money. If it is not a lot of money, why do you need it back? I asked them. After my lapse of professionalism, they stood there silently glowering at me as I went on to tell them to try our fitting rooms to avoid this in the future and to have a nice day. Yes, I did keep their returned items in my arms until they left, then put them back, so I knew they weren't going to just take it behind my back to get free crap. I want this, but thick. So I work the bread and cake section of a UK supermarket, stock rotation. Customers of course often approach me to find out where particular items are or ask questions about the stock. But my strangest customer encounter so far, a couple months back, went as follows. I'm stocking some bread when a teenager approaches me and asks if we have thick bread. I direct him to the toasty loaf, ask if he's looking for brown or white or seeded, etc. I want bread. He picks up a random white loaf, but thick. So I pick up an own brand white toasty loaf. This is our own brand thick sliced white bread. We also have brand, if you prefer. He takes the loaf and looks at it. Yes, I want this, but thick. At the time, we carried one brand of extra thick sliced bread. Like, inch thick slabs of bread. I offer him that, pointing out how thick the slices are. Yeah, but I need it to be thick. I'm confused now. I take him over to the in-store bakery, thinking they might have an unsliced loaf that can be sliced to whatever insane thickness this guy wants. On the way there, guy offhandedly mentions that he's being timed on this. Okay. Unfortunately, they've run out of unsliced loaves. My colleague working behind the counter starts talking to the guy, and again on hearing his request takes him to the toasty bread. Same conversation goes down with my colleague. Then the guy looks at both of us, back at the extra thick loaf I'm holding, and says, I'll go to nearby competitor, and if they don't have anything I'll come back for that. He never came back and I still have no idea what he wanted. Thanks for watching and don't forget to give a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Have a good one.